Hello, everybody. I'm Roseanne Haven. It is time for News 5 Now, where we're going to talk about several things, your headlines today, like where you can beat the heat this weekend. It is hot, hot, hot on the Gulf Coast. Also, we're going to tell you about two arrests in a home invasion on the Eastern Shore. Plus, we'll have the latest details in the trial of a missing teen. It is time for News 5 Now.
Brought to you by Green and Phillips, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday to you. This is News 5 Now, where we talk about your big stories. We have the question of the day and the results of our daily Facebook poll. Let's go ahead and get started with those big stories as we count those down. Number 5, it is hot outside, and guess where you can go if you would like to do so to cool off? Escatawpa Hollow Park is back open for you to enjoy. That's right. The Mobile County Commission is letting us know the water level is down about 10 feet. The river water is slower, so both are now at safe levels for you to do a little swimming if you would like. Beach access was initially suspended on May 28th. Number 4, a sex offender facing new charges in Baldwin County. 38-year-old John Allen Davis is back in jail. He faces second-degree sexual abuse charges. A neighbor told officers they saw him following a girl into a public restroom. This is a guy who's already a convicted sex offender, and apparently he had moved from one area to another without letting authorities know. I believe it was from Magnolia Springs to Foley, so he is back behind bars tonight. Now, number 3, the latest in a string of shootings in Mobile County. We've had so many lately. Investigators say a man suffered minor injuries this morning after he was shot in the hip and the leg. He was injured at the Bayou Apartments. Authorities have arrested 43-year-old Antonio Lee. He is charged with assault. Now, number 2, another shooting and a home invasion, this one happening on the Eastern Shore in Spanish Fort. The victim says 2 men he knew approached him off of Vody Watts Road, pushing him into his home. The victim managed to escape, but while he was running off, he was shot in the arm. Authorities have arrested 35-year-old Carl Winston and 27-year-old Ladarius Nichols. Winston and Nichols both charged with burglary. Nichols also facing an assault charge. Number 1, the latest testimonies in the trial of Demetric Hooper. He's accused of murdering his own daughter. She disappeared more than a year ago. A witness today said that she worked with 14-year-old Brittany Robinson at a strip club nearly 2 years after she was reported missing. The witness, who says she's a former dancer, testified she reached out to the police after she saw Robinson in an ad. Remember ads that went out looking for her? Well, the prosecution is trying to discredit the witness with claims of alcohol abuse and mental illness. And that's a look at our big stories right now. Time now to talk about our question of the day and share some of your answers. The question, what is a throwback item you wish they still made? Let's see what you are saying about that. A throwback item. I love throwback items. Let's see. Newspaper, the actual Sunday paper, the thickness and all. Remember that it was thick with all the ads. The one thing I didn't like about it is the smell of the newspaper, and all the ink would get on my hands. But especially when I was little, I loved the comic strips, or the funnies as we used to call them. Let's see. Margot Lomax says the Jolly Rancher fire sticks. I'm not real familiar with that. Nancy Thompson Truitt, a real phone book. Right now you can Google and just about get anybody's phone number. But yeah, those phone books were like this thick. You could actually have an unlisted number and it would be unlisted. Let's see. Raymond Yawn says cassette tapes was better than CDs. I like cassette tapes and CDs. If you can find something to play a cassette tape in, that's just something. Okay, Joe Parker, flip phone or just an old cell phone? The flip phones were really cool. I like those. I still have one from back in the day. Of course, it doesn't work, and the antenna on it has actually dry rotted, but I just think it's so cool to even have it. Those were a lot of fun. I want to thank you all for weighing in, and now we're going to move on to our Facebook poll. Let's see, I think I pushed the wrong button. Sorry about that. We're going to move to our Facebook poll. Destin Mayor Bobby Wagner held a fireside chat meeting on Wednesday night to talk about ways to improve the city. We wanted to know, would you regularly attend city fireside chats? 44% of you say yes, 56% of you say no. Wonder how many of you would be too busy to do that. That can be kind of tough, huh? But it's always good for people to weigh in and give feedback. Now, here's what we want you to do next, is to like the WKRG Facebook page, answer our question of the day. The next one, what's in your beach bag? I think we may find a few seashells in mine, but what's in your beach bag? And vote in the next Facebook poll. We want your vote on this. Would you consider a career in politics? Would you consider a career in politics? Wonder what you would say. We'll have to find out. A lot of people have good intentions and they want to go into it, and others say there's no way they would ever do it. Okay, in the meantime, we are just a few minutes away from WKRG News 5 at 6. Not sure if I'm up or not. I don't think I am. So I'm going to ask you to watch News 5 at 6 and tell you I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everybody.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips.